What's going on, guys? It's Draymond back with another episode of NBA Talk. And now that the whole KD to Golden State thing has sunk in a little bit, let's ask the question, why did he leave? Now, if you missed my prediction video as to where I thought KD was going to land, I talked about how Durant Golden State was just too good to be true, but it was true and all KD had to say was yes, and I just didn't see a scenario where he could pass this up, and it looks like I was right because now he's an official member of the Golden State Warriors. But why? Turning your back on the franchise that drafted you takes a lot of guts, especially when you're a top 5 world talent like Kevin Durant is. I mean, we saw what happened to LeBron James and the decision, so why did KD leave? Why did he choose to become the villain? Why did he put all of this pressure on himself? Well, here's a couple of theories. Let's start at the beginning and what I think is a chain of events that led to Kevin Durant leaving OKC, and it all has to do with James Harden and the Thunder's contract negotiations during the summer of 2012. James was entering the last year of his rookie contract, and there was a lot of speculation at the time on whether or not OKC would pony up the cash to re-sign him, and it turns out they weren't, so they shipped him off to Houston. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the biggest mistakes or what ifs in NBA history, because the difference between what James was asking for and what OKC was offering was like $5 million. It's not that much, and the worst part is, get ready for this, had OKC re-signed Harden, that contract wouldn't have kicked in until the following season, allowing the Thunder to stay underneath the salary cap and make their championship run during the 2012-13 season. And then if it doesn't work out, then you trade Harden. But OKC jumped the gun a year early, and I don't know, had they re-signed Harden, maybe it would have showed KD that they chose loyalty and winning over money, but instead they chose money over winning. Not a good look. All right, so my next theory has to do with that Jones fracture KD suffered in his foot, where he had to have surgery on and then later had to have a second surgery because the team's surgeon placed the screw in his foot wrong the first time. Let's just think about this for a second. The surgeon put the screw in wrong, allowing him to get a second surgery, which means he was out for a lot more time than he should have been in the first place. And yeah, you could argue that maybe he came back a little too early the first time, or maybe OKC was pressuring him to come back too early. Either way, it looks like KD didn't trust the medical staff. I mean, if a surgeon messed up on my surgery, I wouldn't trust that doctor anymore. Would you? You guys are gonna hate my next theory because it has to do with Russell Westbrook. And if you've been following this channel for a while now, you would know that I've been really hard on Westbrook because I just don't think he's a good teammate. A great player, absolutely. Top 5, no one's disputing that. Neither am I. He's an amazing talent, but a good teammate? He is not. So when Durant went out for his second surgery on his foot on February 21st, the Russell Westbrook-led Thunder finished the season 16-12, and Russell missed 2 games that the Thunder won. So really, they finished the season 14-12. 2 games over 500 and missed the playoffs. To me, that's unacceptable because that New Orleans Pelicans team that finished in the 8th seed is not as good as this Durant-less Thunder squad. Now, when you look up the numbers for Westbrook during this time period, you see fantastic stuff like 31 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 9 assists per game. I mean, the guy was going off, putting up all the numbers in the box score, but when you watch those games, you could see a different story. I mean, he was always yelling at his teammates and he wasn't really being a great leader, which is probably why they missed the playoffs. And if I'm KD sitting on the sidelines watching that, I'm saying, I don't want to play with that guy. Now look, I get that Durant has publicly defended Russell Westbrook and always talks about how much he loves the guy and loves playing with him, but I mean, honestly, what are you going to do? When you're trying to make a championship run, you're not going to talk trash about your other star player on the team, especially when he's sitting right next to you at the press conference. This is what made the Kobe Shaq thing so crazy, is that they would go at each other and they were still winning. Now look, there's probably not one reason why Kevin Durant left the Thunder, but I think that all of these factors that we talked about was like a domino effect that led to his departure, but that's just me. What about you? Let me know why you think Kevin Durant left Oklahoma City in the comment section below. My name's Jaron. This has been NBA Talk. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Then will get enough impact protection, while quick guards will get enough responsiveness, but explosive players are going to benefit the most thanks to a hollowed out court in between the Zoom Air unit. To be completely honest with you, the materials found here remind me of the performance woven upper that we saw on the Jordan 29, which was one of the most amazing materials I've ever used on an on-court sneaker. So